There's a distinct quality that I admire in game series like Timesplitters, Half-Life, and Quake. I miss the era of gaming where we'd frequently get these swing for the fences, outside the box sci-fi worlds designed by world-class developers like Free Radical Design, Valve, and id Software. These studios were firing on all cylinders, brandishing the latest tech while leading with strong creative vision. You'd just as easily play a game inspired by Nine Inch Nails as you would find game developers referencing their own bespoke Dungeons & Dragons campaigns. These games are made by small teams with the ability to iterate on their own ideas quickly. Quake was initially created because game designer John Romero wanted to be able to step inside the world of his friend John Carmack's massive multi-year-long D&D campaign. All three studios developed mind-bending, imaginative, fictional worlds to help launch their original, fresh IPs rendered with cutting-edge graphics. These games still capture my imagination today while delivering addictive gameplay. For me, a game like Half-Life served as a portal into serious adult gaming. The Black Mesa research facility was etched into my 9-year-old brain, peeking around corners with my crowbar in hand, dreading that horrific head crab as I tried my best not to toss my uncle's PS2 controller into the air as I ran for my life. As a 30-something, I'm always on the hunt for new games that do what these older games did best. These legacy titles featured larger-than-life characters, weapons with transformative action gunplay, and horrific enemy designs. Each of these series deserve a fresh installment because as IPs, they've stood the test of time. Occasionally, I do find what I'm looking for almost 20 years later. With Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and Doom the Dark Ages, Hugo Martin has led us into somewhat of an action thriller gaming renaissance. This new era of id Software calls back to the time in gaming that I miss most. As a director for the Doom series, Hugo Martin's vision for sci-fi action shooters recaptures that signature id Software flair. His legacy, initially led by John Romero and John Carmack, expresses the notion that you don't have to trade unique and imaginative art styles for cutting-edge graphics.
I'm almost always in search of expertly crafted worlds that strike a balance between gritty, mature themes and zany humor. Creatures like Halo's The Flood, Dead Space's Necromorphs, and Gears of War's Locust helped me peek into the mature gaming space of ultra-violent games that pushed graphical limitations while still entertaining their audience with compelling storytelling. When you add in the oddball nature of retrofuturism and dark humor, you get games that feel entirely unique. It's why I love Fallout and BioShock, and the success of Jonathan Nolan's Fallout TV series adapted from the games perfectly illustrates how audiences crave this darker, weird side of entertainment.
We've been eagerly anticipating Bethesda's remaster of Fallout 3 and New Vegas, but at least Bethesda still exists today. With the closure of Free Radical Designs, there isn't much hope of an official remake or fresh installment of Timesplitters. And even though Valve's Half-Life 3 is nowhere to be found, NVIDIA still uses the previous titles as showcase material for their latest technology. It's not just the nostalgic look of these games that I miss, it's the game feel and the sense of discovery. Take, for instance, Timesplitters 2. The first level opens with an almost James Bond style mission where you slowly work your way into a military style science complex. As you descend further into the concrete labyrinth, the game goes from feeling like a spy thriller to a zombie horror, while rounding out the level with a third act sci-fi twist that involves time traveling aliens. Somehow it works. Maybe it's the art style, maybe it's the gameplay, or maybe it's the confidence in the creator's vision. Each gameplay reveal serves as its own hook within the level design, while the developers push the player through a densely packed fictional world.
When Spencer pitched me this topic, I started to rack my brain for games that fit the description of zany and weird titles that we don't see too much of these days. The game series that came to mind for me was 2007's BioShock. It's a world that leaves a first strong impression, an underwater city developed by scientists who lost their way, and character designs that are beautiful and disturbing. It's a masterclass in first-person perspective action horror. Ken Levine's retro-futuristic setting of BioShock's Rapture blends Art Deco set pieces with elements of steampunk technology and fantastical dystopian sci-fi abilities. Every set piece is deliberately placed to create a sense of wonder and dread. With splicers, little sisters, and big daddies, the character designs are distinct and the sound design elevates the player's heightened sense of fear. Roaming around Rapture shows the type of worlds we crave today.
Seaton Kim, the developer of the original Xbox user interface, wrote on his portfolio that his contributions to the console release included art direction, concept development, design, and production for Microsoft's original Xbox. The pitch objective was to demonstrate an otherworldly technology behind the console's power. Once they saw Hello Kitty trapped in an alien pod, it was game over. I was happy to see that the final product did not stray from my original designs. Otherworldly alien pods is the exact reason why I loved my Xbox in 2001, and playful, strange designs make gaming more fun. I don't know if we'll ever fully recapture that essence, but I'm optimistic that we'll find our way back to that special time of gaming where weirder was better. Thank you so much for watching Tactically Sound with the Yetti Den and Jumby Jumbot. If you guys want more content from Jumby, where should they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Jumby Jumbwa, JUMBYJUMBWA. I'll see you guys over there.
And if you guys want more Yetti Den videos, just subscribe here and we will see you guys next time. Later. Bye.
Peace.